The Library of Alexandria once, on the shores of the Mediterranean, stood a temple not to gods, but to knowledge. The Library of Alexandria, founded in the 3rd century BCE under the rule of the Ptolemies, was the beating heart of the ancient world's intellect. It was said to hold every book ever written, scrolls gathered from Greece, Egypt, Persia, India, and beyond. Ships docking in its harbor were searched, their manuscripts copied or seized to fill the growing shelves of this monumental archive. Here, language, mathematics, astronomy, medicine, and philosophy intertwined, an attempt to capture all that humanity knew and all it dreamed to understand. Within its halls worked some of history's greatest minds. Euclid defined geometry, Archimedes studied mechanics and volume, Eratosthenes measured the circumference of the earth with astonishing precision, Callimachus compiled the first great catalog of human thought. Hypatia, centuries later, would teach philosophy and mathematics to students who came from distant lands to learn. The library was more than a building. It was a living organism of inquiry, the pulse of an age that believed wisdom could be bound in papyrus and shared across generations. And yet the fire came. Historians disagree on when and how. Some say it began when Julius Caesar's troops set ships ablaze during civil war, and the flames leapt to the docks and the library. Others believe it suffered a slower death. Centuries of neglect, looting, and suppression, as empires changed hands and religions sought to shape truth in their own image. By the time the last embers cooled, countless works had vanished. Plays of Sophocles we will never see, treatises on lost sciences, records of forgotten cultures. What burned was not merely parchment, it was memory itself. Imagine, for a moment, what was lost. Blueprints of machines that might have changed history. Philosophies that questioned reality in ways we have yet to rediscover. Maps of lands unrecorded. Equations that could have rewritten physics. Stories that told who we once were before the page was turned to ash. The library's destruction became a wound that still haunts civilization. A reminder that knowledge, no matter how vast, is fragile. But perhaps not all was lost. Some fragments survived, carried by travelers, preserved by translators, reborn in the texts of later ages. In that way, the library never truly died. It scattered, like sparks from the fire that consumed it, igniting new flames wherever they fell. Its true legacy is not in what was destroyed, but in the hunger it left behind, the eternal human need to seek, to learn, to remember.